Build your structure well, because your structure is definitely going to determine how clean your pen is going to be. If you're able to do that, then you're preventing than curing. The second point is basically Hello guys, once again welcome to Farming in Africa, and my name is Fred. Today I want to talk to you guys that are into livestock, especially making this video for my fellow goat farmers that have invested so much money in buying those exotic breeds like the Boer goats, Kalahari Red, the Savannah goats that we import from South Africa. Because I think keeping your goat pen clean and providing healthy living for your goats can save you a lot of money. And that is why I am putting this video together, to be able to share and show you guys exactly what we are doing here at the farm, what are some of the measures I've put in place, and what are some of the things that we actually do on a daily basis to help keep our goats healthy and avoid loss, because you don't want to lose any of these goats. And therefore, come along with me as I take you guys to our goat pen and show you really what we are doing here on a day-to-day basis, and even in terms of structure, what kind of structure have we built that is able to help us keep our goats healthy and strong. As you guys can see, that is our poultry pen, that's the warehouse. But today I'm going to take you guys to the goat pen, which is on the left hand side of me, and show you guys truly what we do here at Sementia Farm to make sure that our goats are healthy and clean and free from debt. So if you're interested, then come along and let's go. All right guys, so this is our goat pen. First of all, goats like, to jump around and, to play a lot. Goat does play a lot. So that's why our steps is made this way, so that it's a bit elevated, because our goat pen is also elevated. So let me take you guys in there. So to your right is our Savannah goats. So those are pure white breed of goats. So we have 1 male and 3 females here, right? So basically, the first thing I want to talk about here is how you build your pen. Most people ask me, Fred, why is your pen so high? My pen is so high because I want to be able to leave space in between the pen. So this is very early in the morning. The goat pen hasn't been clean yet, but as you can see, it's still very clean, and therefore our goats are not sitting in their pee and they are not sitting in their dung. The reason why we actually, there we go, a Kalahari joining Savannah, trying to eat their food. But basically, the reason why we lifted it is so that we can raise it and leave space for their dungs and wee-wee to fall on the floor without staying in the pen. If you don't lift it and you do it down, that means that if their wee-wee and pee-pee falls down, you won't be able to actually clean it. So we've lifted it so that we can go down there and to be able to clean it. And at the same time, it keeps your pen also very, very neat, right? So whatever falls down goes down as well. And that's why we've raised it. I think that's one of the most important things that we do. The next thing that I want to talk about in terms of keeping your goats healthy and clean is also, disinfection. So goats, can get several diseases out of, ticks, lice, and flies, right? And some of these diseases are dangerous. They could actually be transferred to you as a human being, right? So basically what we try to do is to try and disinfect them. So if you have just like poultry, most poultry farmers will always disinfect or even fumigate their poultry pen from time to time, right? So what we do here is try to disinfect to prevent lice, to prevent flies. In different seasons in Ghana, you actually have various flies that comes in. Some flies can give all kinds of diseases, right? So you want to make sure that you're spraying, mixing your chemical and doing that, I don't know, either twice a week, or at least once a month, be able to disinfect your goats. Goats really don't need very big space, right? So here we have about, let's say about 12 goats in this small pen. And the next point that I want to talk about is this area here that we have. So as you guys can see, what we are doing is anytime they finish eating their hay, the remaining residuals, we actually move it to this place. And what we are doing here is we are preparing this place for pregnant goats, right? So most of our goats are pregnant, and some might literally maybe give birth in the next few weeks. So what we're doing is trying to soften this. Don't forget, we talked about living space for in between the floors, right? Because we left space in there, you don't want the baby goats to be giving birth here. So imagine some of this space are also too big. I think it's broken or poor carpentry work. But when they give birth, the baby goats are so small that their legs can fit into these holes, right? And that's why we are covering it with the remainder of the hay, right? So right now, if we bring a pregnant goat here and it gives birth here, you know, this is soft, this is calm, and again, we just have to take this occasionally just to make sure that, you know, it's not, and disinfect it just to make sure that it doesn't breed any disease and parasites that can affect them. But basically that's what we're doing here. So in a week time, this place is going to be all leveled up, cleaned up, and bring the pregnant women. Talking about pregnant women and keeping them healthy, they are very delicate, right? Once they get to a certain stage, you will see it as well. You know, every animal has their own way of showing. Some they really get very big, others, you know, you will see sort of how long it takes for them to give birth and be able to put the date of, you know, gestation. But mostly, once you know that, you know, this animal is very due, you want to separate them from the rest of them and bring them here so that they can get peace of mind. You can feed them well, you can monitor them and make sure that they're living a healthy life. Yeah, so these are the Kalaharis as well. You can see, you know, most of them also have been crossed, doing very well. This early morning, they are all eating dry hay, right? So they eat dry hay first before they go to the field and start grazing. So that's basically what is happening here. I want to take you guys down and show you guys basically the bottom space, right? Even though you're gonna clean it, it's also very important for you to fence that side, because, you know, when they come out, they can also enter that place, right? And you don't want them going there. The purpose for doing that is preventing it from staying in their pen. So you also have to guide it. And as you can see, what we did is actually guide it. So when they come out to this space, they don't have access to the ground, because sometimes they just like to go and stay there because it's cool. Now chickens play there, and basically what we do is we're going to clear this, and this can also be manure, right? And then spread it at wherever we are growing crops or something like that, you know. But you have to also, when you lift it and you have this amount of space, you want to make sure that that space is also covered. You know, you don't need to invest anything huge, right, into making it, into covering it. But as you can see, we just use the back of thick wood to make sure that they don't get access into that space over there, right? Because what we are hoping to do in future is to make this place sort of their playing ground. And as you can see, we are still fencing it. So the moment that fencing is done, we'll be able to early morning release them here, and they will basically come here and exercise, which is also a very important element of keeping them healthy. Don't keep your goats locked down 24/7. It's not gonna help them, right? It's important. Even though we are not done with this, we still let them out to graze on our brachiaria grass. And if you guys know about brachiaria grass, then you know that's what we feed our goats with, both with the hay and also with direct grazing. And that's what we've been feeding them with. So in a nutshell, build your structure well, because your structure is definitely going to determine how clean your pen is going to be. If you're able to do that, then you're preventing than curing. The second point is basically disinfecting. There are certain external factors that you know, depending on the season, the rainy season, or the environment that you're in, you're gonna attract some insecticides and stuff that can cause diseases and make your goats unhealthy. And therefore, the second point we talked about is disinfection, which means you need to spray your goats and make sure that you're preventing those ectoparasites from affecting your goats. Then the last point we talked about is cleanliness. Basically, you making sure that as the dunks drops, you're not also leaving it there so that they get access to it when they come out to play. You're also protecting it. And I think if you do these three things, it's really gonna help you keep your goats healthy. And that's what we do here. And the bonus to you is let your goats go out, let them experience sun, and let them exercise. I think these 4 things, if you practice them well, is gonna save you from a lot of trouble. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this is helpful. This is what we do here, and we are sharing those with you. And we'll continue bringing you more updates as we learn and as we make mistakes. So stay tuned for more videos from us. Thank you.